All right, welcome back to Talk Nerdy to Me. We haven't done an episode of this in a long time. It's been probably like 2 years. It was before Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Yeah, but it
were
was
announced, right?
It was they were just no, it was
Yeah, this is
because then they were officially announced like I want to say like a week later. Or something
yeah.
like
It was a week later.
a week or two.
Because I was still on third shift.
I want to say it was about a year and a half.
Then. Yeah,
I would say.
But we're here to talk about these. A lot of new stuff. We are what 2 months away? A month and
yeah, like a 2 months.
Like almost 2 months. It would be the 18th of November. So and today's
it's about 2 months and a half.
Yeah, it's September 2nd. So yeah, we a lot of new stuff's come out in the last couple of days, and since the game was announced, this is going to be our first episode back into doing this. We're going to be coming out with more Talk Nerdy to Me episodes. It's just life got in the way. I haven't been able to do it in a while, but we're back, and we're going to start off with a banger, and it's going to be Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. I want to say the Pokemon games we were not expecting, really.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was. It was out of left field.
No,
really.
Literally, because they just did the remake for Diamond and Pearl, which we were talked about. Actually, it was the last thing we talked about on Talk Nerdy to Me.
Yeah.
Was the hopes that if this was going to happen, what we wanted, and most of it we nailed on the head.
Right.
For the most part, there's some stuff we didn't get that we wanted, but other than that, they came out of nowhere in a Pokemon Direct with Scarlet and Violet. If you're watching this now, I mean, crap, this is probably going to be out.
That came out in February. The reveal trailer did.
Yeah, so it's been 2 years
for Pokemon Day.
What has happened since I did another episode? Let's talk about what's new. Okay, so since I have done an episode of Talk Nerdy to Me, I have bought a house. I have got a dog. I got married.
And a new job.
And a brand new job. So a lot has happened. And if you watch the channel and you're watching this, and I still pump out content as far as gaming, but we haven't done a podcast episode in a long time, and it's something I've actually been wanting to do. We actually plan on having quite a few more episodes. We got some really cool topics here on a list, but I think this is just the first one we really wanted to get done.
Yeah, this is more of a sporadic one, like off the top of our head.
And I think this is more of a time sensitive one too, because the games are coming out sooner. So this was to get this out as soon as possible before the games dropped, so we know exactly what we could talk about. Before everybody knows what the games are really. So
kind of like our little hopes before.
Yeah,
we get
final thoughts
reveals.
Before we get a final trailer, probably in the next month. I'd say we'll get a final trailer.
I'm hoping they do what they did for like Sun and Moon and drop like a trailer like every 2 weeks.
They're getting there because they just dropped that new stuff about the new. We still don't know if he's a pseudo legendary. What he is really?
Oh, the monkey.
Yeah.
He's just a regular dude.
I
don't think he's a pseudo. I don't think he's a pseudo. I don't think he's a third legendary or a mythical. Because they already did a monkey mythical. They already did Zarude.
Mm-hmm. Did they do? Yeah. Let me see if I can. Just kind of want to. Whatever. Yeah, accept that crap. No, I'm going to zoom in because I don't want. Oh, God. I went too much, didn't I? This over. Yeah, Grafai, that little dude right there. I don't know. Poison normal. I got a couple theories about what. Oh crap! I got a couple theories about what he is potentially going to be. But honestly, I'm not 100%. So we know he's poison normal.
I think, because you said that you thought he was going to have a type based on each color.
Okay, so there is a screenshot in the middle of the town. Should I pull that up?
Yeah, just see, because I honestly, I know what you're talking about, but I can't picture it in my head. Let me see here. My thing is like if he's going to do anything with types, I think it would be cool to have like a signature type move where it is normal type, but it does physical damage of whatever type it is. Kind of like Genesec's Technoblast or Arceus's Judgment move.
This. Okay. I found it. Let me get it over to the computer here. So I can pull it up here. I want to view the image because I want it bigger. This. All the typings are in this massive circle in the middle, and that's the terrestrializing. Is that the terrestrializing symbol or no?
I always thought it was a map. I thought it was a map to each where the gym leaders are.
You think that it's all just in one town?
No, I think it's like...
Oh, that was that flash. We don't care about that. No, I think that this has something to play into it.
You see, I think it's just like the general direction. Like, if you wanted to face the fire water type gym, you would go in those general directions, and maybe there's a path that leads you towards it.
I'm not sure.
But if they make a game with every single type of gym leader, that's going to be a bulky game, and they will have to split up different types of gym leaders.
I'm not sure really what they're going to do, honestly. But that was my theory, was that he stays poison, but the normal typing. So he's essentially like Eevee, but he keeps poison. Which would be something they could do.
I think he will be one of the other Pokemon to learn Sketch. Because we've already kind of realized that...
he's somewhat related.
To Smeargle, you mean?
Yeah, does that keep flashing?
What?
Never mind. I'm losing it. No, I think he's somehow related to Smeargle. We already talked about that.
I think it's like a convergent evolution type thing where they're not necessarily related, but they like in the environment they do the same thing in the same niche kind of way. So it's more of a convergent evolution type thing.
We have theories on the starters as well.
I have too many theories.
We have so many theories.
But then again, we had theories about the Sword and Shield ones, and we're wrong on all accounts.
We're wrong on Sword and Shield. Okay, so a couple theories, and I don't think I'm the only YouTuber that has these theories. I don't think we're the only fans, essentially, that have these same theories, I guess. So one theory is that either A, it's going to be, what do we come down to? Grass Fairy, Fire Ghost, Water Fighting.
Yeah. And I think that would work pretty well.
Yeah, all around that would be well. B, they could all be monotype.
I would be sad. I don't think that there's no way that Quaxley is going to be pure water unless he's just a...
Quaxley could be, his other typing could be water flying instead of water ghost.
You know, if anything, I would rather him be water flying if they're all going to be standalone types. Because he is a duck, like...
And then our other theory was that... What was the theory, the tri theory? It was where they all have each other's type.
Oh, yeah, that was more of a joke where it was like going to be grass, fire,
water.
fire, water, and then water, grass.
Yeah, I don't believe that'll happen. I hope it doesn't happen because that would be so bad.
It would be a major headache trying to try to type Trump a bunch of stuff.
We know terrestrializing has something big to play into
the story.
The storyline, at least. What else is there?
I think they're all like their own standalone stories, right? Like the terrestrialized part is like the treasure hunt. Then there's the gym challenge, and then there's the one story that revolves around that weird bus type thing that has like the fire.
Yeah, that has something to do with the evil team. What was your theory on the evil team? We were talking about this the other day too.
I forget.
You said something about gang. What was it? Was it Mafia? No, it wasn't Mafia because that's Rocket.
Yeah.
It was something like that. It was.
I think what would be another. I don't know if this was it, but I think like something like the Spanish Inquisition type thing. I think that'd be pretty cool. But then again, they're a school, so I wonder if it's going to be a rival school from a different region or like a different area. I wonder if that's going to be the...
Matt has also come up with his theories of who the big bad is in the game.
Oh yeah, I think it's the principal. There's
the principal of the school.
Yeah, I mean, I was right about it being Lusamine and not Guzma, and I was right about it being Rose and not something random. Oh, and not Team.
It's really funny with Sword and Shield because was it a week after Sword and Shield came out? You called me and you were like, "It's Rose." You're like, "I know it's Rose. It has to be." I don't even think it was. I think it was before Sword and Shield even dropped that he was like, "It's Rose."
He just gives me like that weird big business evil kind of vibes and
like big money.
Yeah, I mean his heart was in the right place, I guess, but he was still. He was like, "Well, we got to destroy Galar."
Isn't Team Plasma's heart in the right place? I mean,
yes
and no.
Pokemon. Like Team Plasma's ideals were, but Gestus's wasn't. Gestus was wanting it for power.
And then I think what else is there? I don't think there'll be a new evolution.
I really want there to be.
I want there to be.
I wanted there to be in Sword and Shield, and we have that new rival, Penny. She carries an Eevee backpack, and hers is an Eevee. But then again, it could just be a standalone. Her ace is just Eevee that terrestrializes into different types, and that be her way of trying to beat you.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to introduce a new one.
Okay, what else do we have?
Especially since her name is Penny, and Penny is made of copper and, a little bit of nickel. Right? Copper and nickel?
Yeah.
And, those are metals. So it'd be cool to give her a steel-type Eevee. But I doubt it. I really can't see them doing a new one, especially since they're doing a bunch of promotional stuff for Scarlet and Violet, and some of it has Eevee in it. I doubt they will. But then again, a lot of people suspect that they will because of a character in the anime. She has an Eevee, and everyone is saying it's special, but no one knows how it's special. I think it's going to terrestrialize. I think that's why it's special.
Would it gain a new typing?
If it's terrestrialize?
Yeah.
No, it terrestrializes, drops its current typing, gives it whatever the Terra type is, I guess. Is that what it's called, Terra type?
Yeah, something like that. Which is a new cool thing. I don't think it's better than Mega Evolution, but
yeah, Mega Evolution was fun.
I don't think anything's really going to beat Mega Evolution because I wasn't into Z moves, and I don't really like Gigantamaxing. So.
I liked Z moves, but the only Z moves I liked was the very specific ones, like Tapu Zinium Z, and then there was the Ash Pikachu one, like Ash Pikachu Neum Z or whatever. That was pretty cool. And I liked how they tied in with Necrozma.
Still think the storyline, there's something to do with the past and the future.
Well, okay, that's a good point too, actually. A lot of people suspect that that's how we are getting the Legends Arceus Pokemon, like for the Hisuian forms. So, Cleavor, Ursaluna, that's how they suspect we're going to be getting those, is like a time machine type thing.
So you think we'll go back to old?
I don't think we'll go back to old. I think it'll be more like how in Gold and Silver, that's how you transferred Pokemon through Red and Blue, was a time machine. Which would be interesting because, we haven't seen that since...
That makes me wonder, do you think the next remake is a Gen 1? Or Gen 2?
I think we talked about that, where I wish that would be the next one, because we still don't know anything about the Sinjo people, like the ruins of Sinjo.
And which I don't think a lot of people know what Sinjo is.
So Sinjo is
the lands between Sinnoh and Johto in it.
Yeah, well, it's like the people and the people of Sinnoh and Johto came together and made ruins to worship Arceus. And whenever you do the event in Gold and Silver, which not a lot of people did because Arceus wasn't released in Gen 4 except for I want to say through Pokemon Ranger or something, or Toys R Us event. But if you transport it to Heart Gold Soul Silver and took it to Ruins of Alph, you got transported to the Sinja ruins, and Cynthia was there. And if you looked on your map, it shows that you're above the Lake of Rage. Lake of Rage. Yeah. So, I think that map-wise, Sinnoh is above Johto. and it would make sense.
Do they have anything on that yet?
What?
How the maps laid out on each other?
I think Cerebi has
Maps.
it, but I don't know. It makes sense that Sinnoh and Johto are kind of connected because Kamada in Legends Arceus, spoiler if you guys haven't beat it yet, he is from a place where I think it's Gyarados destroyed it. And we know that Lake of Rage used to be a town before it moved to Mahogany. So that is where people suspect he is from the Lake of Rage when it was an actual village.
Which makes me suspect that the next Legends game would be Celebi.
You're right, and it would make sense for it to be Celebi because, I mean, Scarlet and Violet's about past time. And that would kind of give it that more Isekai kind of vibe, like Legends Arceus, where Arceus transports you to... He sucks you out of your room and puts you back in ancient Sinnoh.
And this time it would be Celebi.
Yeah, it could be like, you're just walking around the Ilex Forest, and basically like what happens with
Samuel Oak.
Samuel Oak, yeah.
It would basically be Pokemon, what was that, Forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, Forever.
So I think it'd be a cool vibe.
Another thought I had. This makes me mad. I think, because we see that those colors are types put together, pointing in different directions.
Well, kind of pointing. It's more like a point of a star, and that automatically in my head means go that way.
I think that we'll get to a gym type, and whatever typing was beside it. So if we go back, let me see if I can go back and we can take a look. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Let me find an aerial view of it.
Yeah, okay, there we go. So if you take a look, there's water grass, right? Fire water.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fighting ghost.
Or fighting poison, maybe.
Can we zoom in?
I would see if maybe you can find an aerial view of it.
What would that be? Just aerial view?
I don't know. Part of me doesn't know if they released a Scarlet and Violet. Put main city.
Aerial view?
Yeah. Because I don't know if we have a name for the city yet.
No, we don't. No.
Main city trailer.
This is all just
Nuzlocke and playthroughs. See if you type in trailer, maybe that will...
like trailer screenshots?
Yeah, trailer screenshots.
Because I want to see an overtop, and I don't think we're going to get one.
I can't remember if we had seen one.
I could pull up the trailer, right? Like, I won't get copyrighted, will I?
I don't know.
Give me a moment here. Because you don't have a headset.
No, I don't. But it'll be alright.
Okay, hold on. Bear with me for a moment here.
While you're getting that set up, do you think they're going to do any kinds of DLC like they did for Sword and Shield? Because I think the DLC idea is better than them just pushing out the same game, just a little bit different. I like the idea of it. I think that's cool. We kind of go to new areas, you know what I mean?
Let me see if I can get, because I don't know if, I think we can watch the trailer and not get in trouble, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, because people do reactions all the time to this shit. Not Garifi or whatever his name is. This is the official second trailer that we saw, right? Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. It's the official second. Because the first one only revealed that we were getting a new game.
So, let me see if I can. Okay.
You might want to make it widescreen.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Let's see if we can skim this. Skim it. Oh, another quick thing I wanted to talk about while it's on here on the trailer. We can actually, I don't think I'll get this right here.
The new Pokemon centers?
Yes.
Like, they're more like kiosks.
Yes.
They're kind of like gas stations, honestly.
Mm-hmm. That is something I'm kind of excited about too. The multiplayer, obviously. Was it in this trailer?
I don't know.
I don't think it was in this one. I think it was in the first one.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah, because I guess the trailer and reveal trailer are two different things.
This is the...
Oh, I think this was the third trailer.
Trailer 1. Because we want the first announcement trailer.
Yes.
Wait, is this going to be the one with the...
The live action bit?
Yeah, it is. It is. Is that where we first saw it?
Yes, I think. Yeah, I guess we were completely wrong. Yeah, that's where that screenshot came from.
Ah, here we are. Here we are.
Yeah, so there. I see rock. I see bug or fairy. I think that's fairy.
Those are gym logos. This have to be. Water. Crap. I wish we could, like, slow-mo through it. I don't think we can, though. Wait, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I'm going to mute it. Because you can do playback speeds.
Alright, so what's your theory on that then?
What, that?
I think that's where the
Yeah.
the championship test thing is going to be.
I think that the big test is going to be there. Let's go ahead and play a little bit. Yeah, the Dratini fountain. I love it. I think that's the lab. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Aha! So I see dragon, ice, fairy, steel,
Okay, yeah.
fighting.
No, that's fire.
Is that fire, water, grass, electric? Okay, so electric's back here. Ice.
You already said ice.
Flying then, fighting, ghost, and then...
I don't think we want to see the other side.
Can't really. That's fighting.
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like a fist. And that kind of looks like... I don't know, I think that was a snowflake, so I think the other one was steel, maybe?
Yeah. Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
And that's the player home.
So we'll go back to normal speed. We can unmute this. What else? I don't really see anything that's like, oh, dang it. I have to go back because the map. We get a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
What do these dots mean?
I think those are just like major cities. I mean, now, pretty much now you can fly to any town you want, you know? That was a good trailer. I like that.
That was a good trailer, and it's
then
so
they have
crazy.
the grapes and...
That's the two schools, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For Scarlet and Violet, it's past and future.
Yeah. So... let's see here. We're done with that. So what do you think? I mean... there's just so many options of what... It's one of those things like we won't know, so it's really different. I talked about this. It's different when a new game comes out compared to when a remake comes out. It's like what will they keep, what will they get rid of, what will be a new feature that'll be like it previously. Like there's so much because we already know with a remake like what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
When a new game comes out,
it's harder.
I feel like they've released more stuff than they have with this game.
They have definitely for older ones. I mean, for Sun and Moon, we basically had the whole entire Pokédex before it came out.
Same for Sword and Shield, because they did release the Pokédex. I remember halfway before it came out.
It was leaked, is what it was.
Yeah.
Somebody leaked it. Because I remember, like, a day or two before it came out,
I was still working up there in Wilmington.
I was working at Candlelight, and I was...
Because I texted you when I was leaving work, I was like, dude, they released somebody released the entire Pokédex. They've gotten a lot better. Do you think old legendaries will come back? Like Sword and Shield, like new versions, like Zapdos, Articuno, etc. Moltres.
I think if we do, I think this time around we might see regional variants of the legendary beasts. So, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou.
Which could also hint at possible Gen 2.
Well, then again, the legendary birds and being in Sword and Shield didn't really hit at a Gen 4 remake unless you count the fact that they were catchable in Platinum. Like, that was the only thing.
True.
And it was like based on whatever starter you took.
With a remake of a game, I would much rather they port old games or old remakes instead of remaking them. So they could port like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and just port them to the Switch. Make them...
I would think... I don't know. Maybe if they did like... Because I didn't think that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were bad games. The artwork was fine.
Fantastic remakes.
It wasn't what I was hoping for. I was hoping for like a whole blown out Sword and Shield type thing.
But they did Chibi, which I'm not mad about Chibi because if
it was
you're going
still fun.
to...
It was a fun game. I had fun playing it, and I'm still playing it right now.
Same.
Post game. So.
I still got to beat Shining Pearl. Like I bought it and still haven't beat it,
But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they decided to do like Heart Gold or Soul Silver like that. I think that'd be fun.
Chibi.
I think it'd be cool exploring the ruins of Al.
Was it Ilka?
Ilka.
If Ilka takes over, yeah. If Ilka took over a project for DS Pokemon games to just be remade.
That'd be okay.
Chibi style, I would not be mad. Like, they could do it.
The next remakes on the chopping block are Black and White.
Even those Chibi, I would not be mad.
Yeah, no. I can't see them doing Black and White 2. And that's where the remakes start to get a little blurry. Is like, okay, do we just release it as one big game? Do we release it, What I think they could do is I think they could really release Black and White 2 as like the chibi version and then do a Legends like Black and White. But then again, they're both completely different stories because Black and White 2 are legit sequels, just like Gold, Silver, Crystal are sequels to Red,
it's
Blue,
so
and
hard
Yellow.
when Gold, Silver, and Crystal can be standalone but sequels at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only other sequels we've ever had is Black and White 2. We never had a sequel until since Gold and Silver, technically. And it's a really blurry line of there's so much story difference between those two Gen 5 games.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That we're not sure, like, where... Because the places are different. The characters are different. It's literally 2 years, isn't it, after the events of Black and White?
It's 2 or 3.
Yeah. So it's really hard to like decipher really what is going to, what's the fine line, I guess you could say, between...
Because, I mean, like, they couldn't even release it really as DLC because it would be its own...
It's its own storyline.
Yeah, it's an entire game.
Different... I think it's got different Elite Four members, too, doesn't it?
No, it's the same Elite Four.
The same Elite Four?
I think they're dressed a little different, maybe? No, I don't even think they're dressed a little different.
Well, there's other story parts that are different, like the Union Bridge or whatever, where you could set up shops. Mm-hmm. I think that's gonna be a topic for a whole different episode.
Honestly,
we gotta stay on track with Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, we'll dive into that in another episode. I think it's on the list. Eventually, there's all Pokemon games, but we could do a whole episode just on those games.
Just Black and White, yeah.
Yeah,
they're massive.
With Scarlet and Violet, this could go south or completely north. This could be either the greatest fucking Pokemon game to come out, or this could be the worst fucking Pokemon game to exist. Like, it's just... the only way that it will ruin it for me... This is something I was talking to today to the dude at GameStop when I went to pay off my pre-order, actually, on the double pack. I said, if they do not dual type the starters, it'll fucking ruin the game for me. It will completely ruin the game for me. Because that's what they did in Sword and Shield, and it wasn't not good. They monotyped them. I see what they were trying to do, I guess.
I think the only reason they monotyped them, now that I really think about it, is just so they can promote the Gigantamax. Like, because they wanted to have them pure, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you Gigantamax, your type stays the same. It's just your moves have buffs. So it's kind of like, since they have new forms, it's kind of, I guess, like Mega Evolution. It's like combining Mega Evolution and Z moves. Mm-hmm. But now terrestrializing is like it's like the better Z move, I think.
And what's crazy to me, I was just thinking about this the other day. I was just like, I think me and you were talking about this the other day. I was like, I didn't think of how much time it's been since Sword and Shield first came out. Like, how vividly I remember Sword and Shield coming out. And I was just like, there's no way it's been enough time for a new Pokemon. And it literally has. I counted it. It's been
like almost 3 years.
2017 is when these games came out.
Sword and Shield? They came out in 2019.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. 2017 is when Sun and Moon came out. Or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
I'm gonna look this up. I think you're right. I think you're right. God dang. Yeah, 2019, you're right.
Nope, that's Fire Emblem.
Why did Fire Emblem pop up when I literally Googled that? What is going on? Yeah, November 15th,
okay. 2019.
Okay, so yeah. It feels like it was a good bit longer. Yeah.
That was... Sun and Moon came out in 2017, I think.
No, Sun and Moon came out in 16.
So then Ultra Sun,
Ultra Sun came out in 17.
It was a year later, yeah.
But Scarlet and Violet. I think it's going to be... I think it's going to feel more like a throwback. Like it's going to be more of a nostalgic for old players than... I feel like with Sword and Shield, it was to invite new players in. It's what Sword and Shield felt like to me. It was a new game to invite new players in. It felt very easy. Mm-hmm. I feel like Scarlet and Violet's going to be a new game for old players.
I've seen a thing where Scarlet and Violet is kind of like another soft reboot of the series, where Black and White was a hard reboot. Like, this is more of a softer reboot. Because...
In the sense of what exactly, though?
So, in Black and White, there was no old Pokemon. You could only catch new Pokemon until you got the National Dex.
Yes, correct.
So it was like, and a lot of their Pokemon mirrored others from Gen 1. Gigalith line, Golem line. There was the Ranunculus line, Alakazam line, Gothitelle, Gardevoir.
Pidove, Pidgey.
Right.
Pat Rat, Rattata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was they married each other in a way, but with this, I feel like it's more of a softer reboot in a sense that Scarlet, Red, Violet, Blue, like Violet is a more of a purple hue, I guess, but
I understand that every Pokemon game there's a version exclusive, but I feel like this is the more version exclusive Pokemon game that you'll ever get. Because even in the sense with version exclusives, for example, Sword and Shield, you can still somehow get those
right
later in the game.
Like the version exclusives?
Can't you?
Not really. Like you had to trade. I mean, Wonder Trade helps a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be probably the best game to come out in the last couple of years.
I think it might be better than Sword and Shield, but I'm not going to say that until...
I don't know. I know you like Sun and Moon. I do not have a soft spot for Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon was okay for me.
Taking away gyms was a terrible idea, specifically since you did a Pokemon game in a Hawaii, an island setting. I feel like there was a lot of opportunity they could have done as far as gyms.
I think a lot of people were hoping more for the Orange Island type gyms, like from the anime.
That would have been cool. But I don't know, the trials were not my thing. I guess I feel like it's more a test of might to fight an actual person who has a team. You
can fight the captains later on. And then the Kahunas are also kind of like gym leaders.
Yeah, but I was not a fan. I still need to beat it, but I'm not a fan. I think that's why I've been putting them off. But for Scarlet and Violet, I feel that there's going to be... This might be the first time in a Pokemon game where they'll actually require you 10 badges to face the league, and I think there's going to be 10 gyms.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if you had to fight all of them, or that you could fight, all types. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Or they have every type of gym leader, but for example, maybe the rock, steel, and fighting type gym leaders, they share a gym, and depending on which type you choose.
The thing that's going to be very confusing for me, and there's only one way I think they can do this, because they said in the trailer, you can fight the gym leaders in any order.
Right.
Usually when you fight a gym leader, they are in order due to the fact that their leveling is different, because there's different caps. Now, does the game level up with you in the sense of if I started to fight the steel gym, let's say there's a steel, fire, and grass, right, gym. I fight steel first, you fight the grass one first, but I fight the grass one 8th and you fight the steel one 8th. Will their teams be different per game?
I think so.
That's a cool mechanic. I would give them that.
I think what it will be is that they'll have a set team that they can
per level.
Let's say 3 or 4 Pokemon they can use. And maybe 4 max, because that's usually 4 or 5 is usually max for a gym leader, and
especially the 8th one.
Yeah, Wallace had 5 or 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Pokemon. Yeah. So it's maybe if I wanted to fight them first, let's say they had a Walrein for 8th, I fight them and they have a Spiel, and it's a different level cap. I feel like they would have to do that, a set list of level caps, a set list of moves, perhaps, and then the evolutions. And that would be, depending on what order you fought, that would be how their team would be laid out. So if you fought the Ghost Gym Leader 4th, he'd probably have maybe a Haunter instead of a Gengar or a Ghastly.
Yeah. Ride Pokemon. How do you feel about...
That's just the one.
I know. How do you feel about it, though?
I think...
Getting him early in the game, because you're probably going to...
I think it's interesting, actually, to have... it was cool to get, Latios and Latios fairly early game after the 5th Gym Leader and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
It was cool to get that.
You couldn't battle with them, but you could use them to fly, correct?
And then, after you fought Winona, you got to Mega Evolve it. So after you beat the 6th Gym Leader, you got to Mega Evolve.
So, with the ride Pokemon, I'm wondering, will it play like... God dang it, what Pokemon game was that? I think it's going to be like Sun and Moon with the ride.
Just with one.
But with one, and you're not going to be able to actually use him as a legendary, essentially, or use him in battle or anything like that until after game, post-game.
I think the school... Well, a lot of people think that the starters are going to be given to you at the school. I think the starters will be given to you by the professor, but the Cyclozar, the bicycle dude, will be given to you by the school.
That's another thing I was wondering about. Do you have to level him up to be able to have a bike?
Probably. I've seen where you can ride him just as a bike. Like, I could see that being the starting point.
Who's just Cyclozar?
Yeah, that he's just your bike. Like, that's all you can use.
So you can upgrade him, though, per game you play, evolution-wise, later game. Okay, that would make sense.
And then you can use him to surf and fly, and...
It's a good concept. I like it.
I've also seen theories where Co-Rhydon and Miraidon are the same Pokemon.
In different games?
Pretty much. Well, it's just one's past and one's future. Like, it's literally like...
That would make sense.
Like, Co-Rhydon is past, Cyclozar is present, Miraidon is future. So it's literally like... It's kind of like how theropods are now, like, they're closely related to birds.
Yeah. That makes sense. What else is there? Customization's coming back. We know that, right? Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but they're all school outfits.
Yeah, it's not. Well, that could change. That could potentially change.
I don't know. I'm not about it. I didn't like BDSP's customization.
No.
Legends Arceus' customization is cool as
all be.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm so rocking around with my Hisuian Decidueye outfit, looking like a Ronin, because you get like the straw hat, and then you get like the garb that looks like Hisuian Decidueye.
Mm-hmm, the red and yellow, yeah.
So like sometimes I'll just throw out my Hisuian Decidueye, and I'll just be standing like side by side with him, like, man.
Okay.
Cool. We're so cool.
Here's something we don't know. Another theory. You think that the teacher guy's the bad guy?
Yeah. Well, I guess he would be the headmaster or the principal.
Okay. Idea that I just had, just thought process here, thinking. Actually, this just came to me now. I think he is the bad guy. I also think he's the champion of the league.
I was actually, when you brought that up, I was actually going to say, like, what if it was like, because they said that it's more of a test. The championship is not like an Elite Four, it's more of a test. So what if it's like in the manga how, okay, another spoiler if you guys haven't read Pokemon Adventures is...
I read some.
I can't tell you then.
No, you can't, because I'm only in the first part.
Oh no.
And I'm still very
That's not good.
behind.
Well, no, I can't say it because they'll spoil it.
Well, we'll scratch that part.
Anyways, if you read it and you know, then you know. It would be cool if Scarlet and Violet did their championship kind of like that. Don't look it up later either. You gotta read it.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Because you're not gonna like how it goes.
Terrestrializing's okay. Well, every Pokemon is getting a terrestrialized, right? Did we?
Yeah. Every Pokemon can terrestrialize.
God, that's a lot of work. That's a lot to go into.
But not all of them have special forms like the Pikachu. Are you going to use the flying Pikachu on your team? Because I'm thinking about it. I didn't get to use my Gigantamax Pikachu in Sword and Shield.
Here's the thing: is he becomes flying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might use him in Scarlet because I plan on starting with Fuecoco and Scarlet. In Violet, I plan on starting with Quaxley, and if Quaxley becomes water flying, I have to play. I can't make a decision yet, based on the sole fact that we just don't know what's going to be.
So far, based on the Pokemon we've seen, I think in Scarlet, it's going to be Fuecoco, Paldean Wooper.
Oh, your team?
Yeah, and probably the Pikachu. I think that's my team so far, out of all the ones I've seen, at least.
I'm definitely using that little freaking Smeargle thing, the little graffiti.
I might use him in Violet.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna use him.
Now, depending on what Hisuian Pokemon can be transferred, I'd like to get. So far, I'm trying to get a shiny Scyther in Legends Arceus, so I can transfer it to get shiny Cleavor in Scarlet.
If I can, I'm probably gonna use a Hisuian Growlithe if I use Quaxley and Violet.
Hisuian Growlithe is a good time. I mean, it sucks that he has a quad weakness to ground, but I really like his design.
And water.
Yeah, and water. And Fire Rock is just a bad combination, but it makes for some cool, like Macargo. I love.
Yeah, but you can mess up a flying type. Yeah.
You could.
Ruin
You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that.
I don't know if they're obviously going to introduce something new because they haven't in a while. You know what I just thought of? They haven't done in a while. They haven't introduced a new type.
I don't think they'll do a new type. Maybe for the games after Scarlet and Violet, because that is going to be 30th year, and it will have the 10,000th Pokemon in it.
10,000th?
Or 1,000th, sorry.
I was like 10,000.
No, I was thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh, like the 10,000 dragon, the 10,000th Yu-Gi-Oh part. It'll be 1,000. So
I'm trying to think.
I think that will be when we get a new type. I think that will be when we get a new Eevee form. Because they're going to want to make the 10,000th Pokemon something special. Or the 1,000th.
Is it going to be a different Pikachu evolution?
I hope not.
Because, I mean, that's their fucking mascot. Like, it's their dude, you know what I mean? It's their whole ass dude.
I wonder what game they'll remake for. That will probably be when we'll get Kanto remakes. And
how far are we from that? A couple years?
I want to say it's 5, because this past year, 4 or 5, maybe 3. Because when was the 25th anniversary? It was last year, right?
No. Last year was 21.
The 25th anniversary of Pokemon?
It came out in 95, Matt. 2020 would have been the 25th. Count by fives.
Right.
5, 10, 15,
but
20.
It came out in 96. Pokemon did.
So 2016 was the 20th? Yeah, I know 21 was the 25th. 22,
Yep, 2021. It was last year.
So 26.
Because they did the trading
30th.
cards. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 26 would be the 30th. I'm not good at math. So we're literally...
Yeah, January 1st, 2021, December 31st, 2021. So what we want to do would be 30th anniversary, right?
Yeah. How old will I be? 30? You'll be old, Matt.
I'll be old.
Matt will be old. Matt is 1 year older than Pokemon.
It's not giving me an exact date. They're just like, don't look up this forbidden knowledge. I want to see what Pokédex is.
I think there'll be new Pokeball types as well.
I think we're overdue for some Pokeball types. Last one we had was the Beast Ball?
Yeah, the Ultra Beast Ball.
And I'm just not, like, I think it's a cool design and stuff. Honestly, I wish they would explore more with the Ultra Wormholes, because I like the idea that, like, oh man, different dimensions, like...
I think, what else are we overdue for? There's something, but I can't remember what I was going to say.
Okay, so Enamorous is Pokédex number 905.
Who's that?
The new... Oh, I forgot. You haven't got that far in Legends Arceus.
Oh, you're talking about the Thunderous evolution?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enamorous is the fairy flying one. So, that means that they'll probably want to do... I would say they would probably give us 50 to 60 new Pokemon.
In the new game?
Right. They won't give us And the other new Pokemon will be regional variants.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're not because between regional variants and bringing back some old ones, like a good chunk of old ones that we know were skipped out on in Sword and Shield. I think that's gonna have a lot to play there. Because they knew people threw a fit about that, so I don't think we'll get a whole lot new Paldean Pokemon.
I know a lot of people, they don't like regional variants. I love regional variants, and I love the fact that
I think regional variants are really cool.
It gives a lot of love to like some old Pokemon, and it also
it makes old Pokemon that weren't good. It really does. No, it really does. What's an example of a Pokemon they did a regional variant for that wasn't good before made it good?
Farfetch'd. We finally got. Sure, it was a regional form that evolves into to Surfetch'd, but still
making him fighting type is actually really good.
Just a pure fighting type too, not even.
What else?
Rodriguez was cool. Obstagoon.
Runagaragus? Dude, I used him in my... Was that my Shield playthrough? Yes. My Shield playthrough, first time I played Shield, I did not use my starter because I chose Scorbunny and traded him out for Roly-Poly. It was just like, fuck it, I'll roll Fire Rock and then I'll just build a team.
Right.
And I remember you said use Runagaragus. And... Or Nucleus... Runagaragus, whatever his name is. And that fucking slapped. I taught him Energy Ball, and who was it? It was they did not see it coming in the Elite Four when he threw out that because he got the one that beats mine. He threw out that Inteleon. Yeah. At the end of how I beat Shield is he threw out Inteleon and I had Runagaragus. I tricked him. I baited him with the ground ghost type and used fucking Energy Ball because he's a special user, isn't he? He's got high special attack, and I just Energy Balled him and fucking one-shotted his Inteleon. But Runagaragus was good. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Really, I mean it's one of those things. We are very, very close. How many days we got, Matt? Do we know how many days?
Not exactly.
Here, let me see here. I just want to know how many days until Pokemon Scarlet and Violet come out. 77 days, Matt. 6 hours and 59 minutes. Countdown to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. How does that make you feel?
Like I need to beat all my other Pokemon games that I haven't beat yet. I.e. Sun, Ultra Sun.
Yeah, 76 days. We're 76 days away.
I would like to complete Legends Arceus fully.
I would like to get farther.
And Legends Arceus?
Yes. I finally beat Brilliant Diamond.
I did too the other night, yeah.
You helped me beat Brilliant Diamond. What was that, like a couple weeks, like 3 weeks ago? Which it took me so long. I need to beat Shining Pearl. I still have not started a playthrough really of that. We're about 76 days away from the time we're recording this, so we're close. I don't know. Is there anything else?
About Sword or
about Scarlet? Yeah.
What do you think Smoliv will turn into?
An Oddish variant?
What types do you think he'll be?
We know he's grass, right?
I'm thinking Grass Fairy or Grass Ground.
I'm thinking Grass Fairy. I see there being an Oddish Gloom, Vileplume. That'll be the first one with a 4th evolution.
An Oddish variant?
If Smoliv evolves into Oddish, yeah, because there's always Gloom, Vileplume, and Oddish.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna turn into Oddish. Ain't no way, no how.
Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, multiplayer. How is that going to work?
I don't know. Because apparently it's one big wild area from the way that I've looked at maps. So that means that it won't be us like going to the cities, I don't think. It'll be like...
So my question is do we not have to trade with each other anymore? It's, hey,
Oh,
I have
no.
Scarlet, you have
You're
Violet.
right.
You have Violet. Let's do multiplayer. I come to your game and I catch whatever mons I need.
I think it's more of a we catch... So it's like you could catch Pokemon that are in my game and I can catch yours that are in yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like they'll both be available. Which I think is a pretty interesting way of doing it, and, you know, what took you so long?
Also, with the Pokemon battles, do you think it'll be like Legends Arceus where we get to just throw the balls out at the Pokemon? How are encounters working?
I don't know.
I hope it's not like that. I hope it's
No.
like the traditional,
Yeah.
which I think it will be. Also, moving around in battles, do you think we'll be able to do that? How we do in Legends Arceus?
I hope not.
That's good for that style of game, but not for this. I do not want it for this. I'm trying to think. Anything else?
I think that's it.
I paid off the dual pack today.
Yeah. I haven't paid on nothing.
Matt hasn't bought it yet. Are you getting the dual pack, or are you just gonna?
I am.
Matt's buying the dual pack. Probably the day it comes out.
Yeah, I'll just buy it completely there.
I don't know if you'll be able to.
Yeah, you should be able to. Like
The dual pack?
If they have any left over, usually you can.
That's a hard one because I bought the last copy of Legends Arceus from my store. From here. Yeah, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I went in to buy it and the dude was about to open. The guy that owned, same dude that threw a fit that day I came in after work and I was paying on my pre-order and he was pissed. I went in there to buy a copy and he was about to crack open the last copy and play it and he'd already busted the seal on it. Which technically, I think if they do that, they have to discount it if it was a new game. But he didn't. I still paid full price. But like, he was so mad because he was just like, this is the last copy we have in the store. And I was like, okay, I don't care. I want it.
They always get so upset. Like,
I was going to play that. Shout out to that guy. Because it's the same dude that got pissed when I showed up to the store 20 minutes before they closed. And he wasn't doing anything. He was mad that I was there.
he'll be alright.
He can eat a bag of dicks.
He's also apparently the same guy that buys up all the product, so he gets all the promotional stuff.
Yeah. Up
So-
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So he can do it. He'll be alright.
Yeah, he's a wuss. Anyways,
Enough venting.
yeah. No, Scarlet and Violet. I'm excited. I don't know. Are you more excited for this one than any other Pokemon game? That's my question.
I don't know.
I was more hyped.
I was more hyped for Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
I was more hyped for Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I feel like I was more hyped for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl than I am for this. Yeah, I think I'm more. I definitely was hyped for Gen 2 remakes, but like, and Auraz, I was really hyped for that. But like, for as far as new games go, I don't think I've been hyped for a new Pokemon game since Black and White came out. Yeah, because I wasn't really that hyped for Sun and Moon. I wasn't really that hyped for Sword and Shield. So, yeah, I haven't really been hyped since Black and White came out, really. Until now, like, Scarlet and Violet, this is going to be awesome. These games are going to be...
Right, they're going to be cool as hell.
They're going to be cool games. And I don't know.
I think that's all.
I think that's all we got.
Yeah, I think that's all we can to really talk about.
We'll see.
I've talked about all the points that I wanted to make.
Yeah, I think I got all the points I wanted to make out too. So I think that's gonna be it, guys. I don't have my like and subscribe thing up because I forgot to add that scene.
Oh no.
And I can't switch over because we're recording, but I think that's gonna be it. So, any last thoughts on this game?
Have fun when they come out, guys.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
If you're not buying the dual pack, you're doing it wrong. But
for collector's purposes, just
yeah,
do
if
it.
you're like us, there's a difference between getting one of the versions because you don't have a lot of money, and I make too much money and I want to buy things because I'm a collector.
Use one to play through the story, and then use the other one to make competitive if you're about that, or just to complete the Pokédex and.
Oh shit,
do
that
fun
was something else
challenge
I
runs.
want to talk about, competitive changing, but we'll hit that in a different episode.
Maybe when another trailer comes out, if one comes out, or maybe
yeah,
afterwards.
we might come back to Scarlet and Violet as far as podcast episodes, but that's gonna be it for us today. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow all the links of all the people that are attached to this channel, including Matt's brother, Mishra.
That I edit for.
That Matt's the editor for his content. So if you like the edits, go. I don't know. Matt don't have any socials, so
Nope.
go kiss your grandma for him or something. I don't know.
Give your neighbor a handshake.
Yeah, give your neighbor a handshake. Eat a taco in his honor, I guess.
Eat a taco. That'd be.
And that's gonna be it today, guys. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.